The director was Lau Gao Wing. So of course he's the brother of my Sifu, so I have a relationship with him. So working with him was very comfortable because I already knew what expectations he had and what I should be doing for him. As a director, Lau Gao Wing is easygoing and his expectations are high just like his brother. But my Sifu is more intense when you're working for him. Lau Gao Wing is more laid back. In Skinny Tiger, Fatty Dragon, Samo pretended to be Bruce Lee, so his fighting action was the same. When me and him were going to fight, he came up with the idea of trying to reproduce the end fight scene of Way of the Dragon, where Bruce and Chuck fight in the Colosseum. The intent was not to copy it move by move, but to give it the same flavor. And as we were choreographing the fight, Samo said to me, he says, Mike, he says, to make this work, we've got to use power. So, is it okay if we really hit? So I said, sure, no problem. So a lot of the body shots were real hits. Fighting with Samo or working with Samo is one of the best experiences anybody can ever have. It's nothing like Jackie. Jackie tends to hold people down and make himself look good, but Samo is above the ego. He prefers to have other people look really good and strong, and then at the end he wins the fight, So he gives people a good chance to show what they can do. In this fight, I also get to knock Samo down and get to hit him as well as him hitting me. And at the end, he kicks me in the stomach and I bend forward. And then he kicks me in the face and I have to flip up onto my back. But the camera is in front of my face, so the camera could actually see his kick impact. So he said to me, he says, Mike, he says, look, the camera's here. I have to touch you. I have to kick you in the face. Otherwise, he's going to see that it didn't make contact. Is that okay with you? Samo then took off his shoe and put a piece of foam on the inside of the instep of the shoe. He said, look, I put some foam here for padding, so it won't hurt too much. So I started laughing. I said, yeah, okay, go ahead. Well, we got ready. And camera rolling, action. He kicks me in the stomach. I bend down. And my face is just right in front of the camera and his foot comes up. Whack, and he kicks me in the side of the face so hard, and I don't even need to flip. His kick sends me flying and I flip up and I land on my back, and then he jumps up, lands on me like Bruce did in Enter the Dragon, and then claws my face and then gives that scream. It was a really good take, and the shouts cut. And everybody starts clapping, and Samo turns around and starts walking away, and he stops and he looks back, and I'm still lying on the floor, and I was lying down for about 10 minutes because I was seeing stars. There was actually spots of light flying in front of my eyes. He kicked me that hard, so it took me 10 minutes to get back up on my feet. After I got up, then the doctor said to me, he says, Ma, okay, thank you, Sao Kung, you finished. You can change your clothes now. So I went to change my clothes, and I came back to say goodbye to everybody. And I said, thank you for letting me work on your project. I'll see you next time, goodbye. And as I start to walk away, someone called me. He says, Mark, tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, you be here. And I said, what? I said, but my part's finished. He says, I don't care. He says, you come here tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. He says, you get changed and you find a place to sleep. He then says, when we finish, you get changed and you can go home. He says, I want you to do that for 1 more week, every day for a week, 7 more days. He says, I want you to come in, change your clothes, find a place to sleep, socialize, whatever you want to do, he says, but I'm going to pay you for an extra 7 days for letting me kick you in the face. Samo was such a great person to work for. He really looked after his stuntmen. He really looked after his actors. And, it blew me away that, he had me come back for another 7 days, paying me for another 7 days for doing nothing. I really, really have the utmost respect for Samo. To tell you the truth, I'm not really sure who the action directors were. Boa was helping out. Another few people were helping out. But Samo did all his own choreography. And the end fight between Samo and Lau Ga Wing, Samo did his part and Lau Ga Wing did his own part. The other fights, I wasn't around, so I don't really know who really took care of those fights. But most probably it was Boa and some other guy, but I'm not quite sure.